Good morning, good morning. Disclaimer here, trading stocks is very risky. My results are not typical. Typical result with an average trader will be to lose money. Keep in mind you're accountable for your own decisions and that there's no guarantees that watching my content will improve your trading. That being said, let's get into today's session. We got about 6 minutes to the open here. I'm sitting down just a little under 100 going into the market open. Most of that being on CISS, which I don't remember what I was trying to do. I think it was right about here when it was pushing highs. I think I just caught like a 4% loss or something like that. Nothing major. Um, yeah, so these last couple of days I've been hitting max loss pre-market. Um, and I usually don't stream pre-market, so that's why there's been no stream. Because I'll just hit max loss and then I'll head out. Um, so yeah, yesterday I was red 1800. The day before I was red 1100. Um, Yeah, so those last 2 days I haven't streamed, but that's just because I haven't recorded anything either. And I had max loss before the market opened, so I would just get out. There was no point in me streaming. But today I made a focus to make sure I'm using small size pre-market and taking it slower. If I go red more than a quarter of max loss, I have to wait till the market open to continue trading. That way I still get a chance to trade the open, even if I go red pre-market. Another thing I've been doing these last couple of days is sizing too heavy on stocks that are really I'm not the best performing on, like stocks above $5. Um, and sub-dollar stocks I perform great on, but only a certain type. Sometimes I go super red on them because I size too heavy and it's not the right type of sub-dollar stock. Anyways, just waiting for the market to open here. I'll be watching TOP, but not really. TOP over 12 is where the daily resistance is. I've gotten one trade on it so far, made 34 on it. Right here during this candle. In at 1090 or 1089, and then out at 1106. In just a little bit, I'll go over the ones that I'm watching. Alright, so Gap Scanner is pretty dull today. CYT, or actually AHI leading gapper. This one has all-time highs at 777, but it's kind of sold off. Um, if it does get back into like the $6 range, we could look for it for a break of high all-time highs. So I'm watching that one on a side chart. It's not really the main focus, but it is there if it does start getting up towards 650. CYT, this one, highs of 286 pre-market. Next resistance is around $4. And then there's a daily 200 EMA at 236 and some daily support at 253. Could be resistance though if it stays underneath it. This one It's not too special either. I'm watching a side chart. RNLX. This one highs at 372. 200 EMA is at 3. Right now we're below that. This one, it seems like a grinder. We'll see. TOP. This one I already told you, up above $12 is the target, but not gonna be trading with size that much. BXRX above 82 is highest, and then we have 91 as resistance and some resistance in the $1 area. CTMX. This one's ran right into its 200 EMA on the daily and has kind of tanked since. Yeah, that's pretty much it actually. There's not much movement today. It's a slow Friday. So I'll try and take it easy. There's the open. There goes top, breaking through 11. 1178 is hot level up. There's 60. 1213 salt up. The initial push is over. Careful here. Alright, I think on top I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a side chart. No, I'm gonna put AHI on a side chart. EXRX popping. Watching it hold 65, there's a buyer at 65. Watching through 68, looking for an ad. Watching 68. Cut it at 67. Still watching 68. Nope, it's coming down. So I expect today to be slow, that's why I'm not really taking too many trades, not really trying too many stabs either on TOP. I just don't want to get wicked around and then be down a couple hundred and then not be able to recover because it's a slow day. So I'd rather just be down 40 bucks and then not be in the hole. Hey day trading, hey trader community. Yeah, I've just been hitting max loss pre-market these last few days. That's why I've been on. I've been leaving before the market even opens. Pretty bad. CYT. Let's see. Eh. BXRX, see if it wants to get back over VWAP. 68 area. Watching 69, 70. Watching 68, 69. There's 69. Can we get the break of 70? Watching 69. Alright, at 64. Cutting at 64. Bigger loss there. Definitely didn't expect it to go down 5 cents. PYT is moving weird. There's a lot of big buyers on the bids, but it's not really going. And then now it goes up to 60. Wow. So top just flushed down to 10, which isn't a good sign for the day. Or maybe it is. Maybe you can get people off of top and then trading other stuff. Like RNLX is popping here. Okay, let's see if it wants to get back above the 299 area. Watching 95. So it has to break over 95 here. There we go. Watch 99, break a 3. Taking it off for a small loss. At 303. Wish I had full size there, but it chopped me out. $17. So see if it wants to hold above $3 here. Watching 11. Buyer at 7. Out at 12. Buyer still at 7. Back down to 302. 70 on BXRX. So it seems like it's false breaking 69. Watching RNLX. All the way down to 301. See if it holds 3. Watching 3. Trying to cut at 88. It's flushing. $200 loss. Small winner on BXRX. Like 20 bucks. Watching it back over 69. There's 71, but it's like whipping around a lot. Got some at 70. Watching 70 one more time. It's back down to 65. Watching 67. Seller at 66. 65, 20, 64. Fire at 66. I bailed out, took the $100 loss. I'm not really seeing anything, guys. We'll see how ATXG resumes in 30 seconds. It's showing a huge gap at 840. It's light volume, maybe because the only stock halted. Maybe a bunch of people start watching it. Looks like it's a 10-minute long halt. Got a high fill there on that order. Wide 55 got, or 65 got 65.80. Took it off 65. Should have been a break-even trade, but ended up being like a $36 loser. So the first half hour is up, and nothing's really happened. About a minute till this resumes. It might be a 15-minute long halt though, because it's showing a $9 resumption. It's a pretty large gap. Watching resumption here, see if we get it. There's the resumption. Freaking hell, man. So I filled 165 shares at the halt level, which sucks. I mean, I think I hit buy at like 9:10, or like before I even broke 9. That sucks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hit buy before it even broke 9. About a minute to resumption. 30 seconds to resumption. Showing a flat resumption. Most likely just gonna sell right away. Okay, now we're showing a gap up to 10. We'll see. 1016, 1025, 1036. Or is it gonna resume? Is it a 10-minute long halt? I wouldn't have expected it to be a 10-minute long halt because it was showing 968 for most of the halt time, but now it's showing 998. We'll see. Yeah, it's been about a minute, so yeah, I think it's a 10-minute long halt. Showing $10 now. So there's still nothing elsewhere. Pretty dead day. So if this ATXG doesn't turn out to be anything, then we're just gonna probably call it a day. Sucks that it'll be the 4th red day in a row. This week started out so good with the $3,300 green day on the first day of sizing up, and then 3 max loss days in a row. So, very disappointed in this week. I don't think I managed the new size that well. Lots to study. Showing a 1036 resumption now. I mean, hopefully it resumes that high and keeps going. That'd be amazing. One second, I'm gonna go ahead and put AXTG on this screen as well. I'm gonna go ahead and order 40 shares. That's a quarter position. So if we do get it moving higher, I don't want to sell the whole thing if it's gonna go halt up. I'd like to sell a quarter and then a quarter. So resumption in about 45 seconds. Showing 1050. 1065, 15 seconds to resumption, 1070, three, two, one. Took off 3/4. Rest out 1037. 1179's halt up. Got 5 shares left. Took off the last 5 shares, watching, see if it wants to move up to the new halt level, 1217. Halt down 996. Watching 1130 on the ask. Out 1101. Back over 11. First 1150. 1205 halt up. Can I get 1150 to break? Out at 1094. Small loss. Back in as it holds 1110. Watching 1150. 1205 halt up. Watching 12, hit 12. 1217 halt up. Taking it off. Seller at 1070. Halt down 995. Running into the halt down. halted down. Alright, well we made back almost half. I assume that this one's done though. Okay, so we had highs of 72 pretty much. I don't really trust BXRX that much. Feels heavy all the time. Maybe once it starts getting above 72, 73, it looks like it wants to actually go towards high of the day, then we'll see. But it's gotta prove itself to me. I've already been chopped out on it. So 71.80. There's 72. Is it gonna have a nice bid to support this move, or is it gonna drop back down below 70? Let's see. Okay, not bad. There's 75. There's 76.50. 77. Couple of break-even trades. Watching 77. Watch 80, 85 is halt up. Watching 80. Big seller at 80. So 100,000 share seller at 80. 89 halt up. And 82 is pre-market highs. Watching 80. Out of it. Got filled at 82.40 on my exit. Watch 80. See if we can get back above. Not looking like it. Seller at 77. Watch 78. Watching 78 here. Watch 80 break. There's 82. Watch 82. over 80. There's 81. 82. 83. Rest at 81. So the thing is, the 5-minute candle looks great. The 1-minute candles, not so much with that topping tail. But the 5-minute candle looks great. If it closes above 90 or 82, that looks amazing. Awesome. Watching that 85 here. Watching 85. Taking off a quarter at 85. Rest at 83.50. Don't like the false breakout. ATXG is not, it's holding up not that badly. 990 is VWAP. I'm just gonna focus on BXRX though. Break even trade there. So it's giving a lot of these doji candles or indecision, but it's not really giving us that push anymore. I don't want it to fall too much into consolidation though. I'd like to get that next leg soon at 84. Watch 85 here. 88. At 86. Bad fill on the exit. Is 88 gonna break? It's thinned out. Watching for an ad. $86 by 7. Watch 88 for the break. Watch 89 break. Somewhat break-even trade overall. I don't remember how much I was up. Definitely wasn't that good of a trade. Ah, bad trade there. Filled at 94.60 on the buy and 91 the exit. Was trying to buy the break of 90. Just bad. Watching 94. There's 95, 96, we want to see. 98, 101 is the halt up. It's also a break of $1. Watch 99 here. Break of 1. Halt up at 101. Can we halt? Looks like we're gonna halt here. I'll be holding this into the halt. let's see where our resistance points are. 145, 185, and 2. Okay. So BXRX ended up squeezing very nicely. Okay. Right now it's showing 194. That'd be insane if it resumed there. But I don't think it's going to. Yeah, now it's showing 110. That's more like it. No, what we really want to see is we want to see this resume around 105, 108 area, and then look for that squeeze through 10 and 15 for another halt up at 20. So resumption time is at 34:25. I'd also like to see this be maybe a 10-minute long halt, get that nice gap. If it's a 5-minute long halt, that's alright. But a 10-minute long halt would be even better. Means we're definitely getting that nice gap up. So right now 34:25 is the halt resumption time. Got about 3 minutes till that happens. Two minutes to resumption. EIGRs, 10 cents away from its halt up. Slower volume. If it does want to hold up 72, I might take it. Watching 71 break. 72. Cutting at break even pretty much. It's breaking down 70. There's a buyer there though. Alright. About 20 or 30 seconds, 25 seconds to resumption here on BXRX. Showing a 111 resumption, which is a 10% gap. Maybe it halts for 10 minutes. We'll see. 10 seconds. 5. Out at 15, most of my position. 28's the halt up. Watching. Watch 28. Looks like it's halting up. I missed it. I didn't miss it. I got in at 17 for the halt up at 28. It hit 28, but then it came back down to 22. It was bouncing around 22 for a little moment. And then I sold at 23 as it kind of looked like it was coming back down to 20. Ended up halting up at 28, showing 34 now. So remember, BXRX has some daily resistance at 145. So EIGR, if it gets more volume here, I got a bad fill there. See if it wants to go higher. Yeah, I tried buying that break of 72, got filled at 75. Got at 73. About a minute and a half till resumption on BXRX. Now this is the second halt up in a row, so we're still good for another one. Showing a 31 resumption right now, so not too much of a gap compared to the last one. If we do see a little bit of a pullback, I don't want to see a halt down, but if we do see a pullback down to like 125, 120, even 115 if the halt level's like at 105. And then another looking for a red to green through 130. That would be nice. About 30 seconds here. 20 seconds. I'll be watching it with a little bit smaller size in case we do get that flush to the halt. Ten seconds here. Showing a flat resumption. $113 halt down. Yeah. So 113 halting down. Let's see. As long as it resumes above 1. If it resumes above 1, we should be fine. It should just kind of be like a pullback. On the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart, the 9 EMA is at 98. So as long as we hold like one area, 98 area, it should just be a pullback to the 9 EMA on the 5. So I'm not too worried about this just yet. We'll watch the resumption. Very strange action on SoFi today. It's a higher float one. Usually doesn't have that much volume, but had all of a sudden just 4 million shares down into a halt down, and then it resumed where it flushed from, and then had 5 million shares going up. Very weird. So we should be getting the resumption here in about 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes? Yeah. Showing a 109 resumption, which is pretty good for us. We held it down at 113. A small gap down is fine. So about a minute to resumption here. Because there's a small gap down at 109, 110. We'll look for a little small dip and rip if it can get down to 104. I don't want to see another halt down though. So if the halt down is at like 97, I don't want to see it break 1. $30 here. So we'll see where the halt down level is. 10 seconds. $26 halt up. Watching 20. $27 halt up. Took most of it off at 27. I think we played that resumption very nicely. Let's see if we get a gap up. So highs are 30 right now. If we can get a gap up above 30, that'd be good. Because right now we're showing a resumption at 30. What I don't want is a flat resumption. Because last time we had a flat resumption, we hopped it down pretty much right away. Yeah, so I think I played that halt, or that resumption decently. I didn't take a look at my actual execution prices. Let me take a look. So my first trade was a 2-cent loss. In at 12 out of 10. Back in at 10 out of 15. And at 16 out of 14. A bunch of smaller trades. Those all together are break even. In at 11 out of 12. And then we had the big one, which was in at 14 and at 16 and at 21 for the halt up at 27. Took off 1,000 at 24, 1,000 at 26. And then at the halt level, as it was halting, I took off the other 4,000 at 27. Which is looking to be the right move, because right now we're showing actually a gap down at 115, 120. So I'm glad I took the rest of it off. It's somewhat rare you get a gap down on a halt up. And the same goes for a gap up on a halt down. So if it shows 120 resumption, we could look for a push to 128, 130. But if it's showing 115, that's like down here. At that point, it looks like it's just, I think the 1 minute chart is ruined at that point. If it hyper resumes at 112, 114, 115. Because right now that previous halt down, it resumed and then perfectly touched the 9 EMA on the 1 minute chart. So we have resumption time is going to be at 51:30, about 2 minutes from now. Looks like ATXG also halted. Did it halt up? No, halted down. Okay. So ATXG is kind of dead. All right. About a minute. So still have that resistance at 145. Showing a 118 resumption. 120 now. About 30 seconds left. $15 showing 21, 23. Okay, it might actually just resume break even. 21, 5 seconds. Watching. Okay, resume to lower. Watching. So watching for that break of 27. Halt down 103. Watching above 20. Watching 25, 27. Break of 30 here. $34 halt up. Okay, it looks like it's halting up. Was able to make a little bit on that resumption. Less than the last one then, though. Okay, it's false halt. Not good. Showing 140 halt up now. 110 halt down though. And this candle's going red. Okay. 25, there's sellers at 25. Watching 30. Watching 34. Seller at 30. Watching 34. Break of 40. Break of 40 here, watching. There's 39, watch 40. $41, halt up. Watch 41. $43, halt up. Out at 36. We're running right into that daily resistance at 145, which I don't like. Watching 140. 43. Can we get 43 here? Watching 44 now. Alright, we've tried 40 a couple times now. Waiting for a pullback. 28 the low of this candle. Okay, watching. 35, can we get 35? $0.01 loss. $0.02 loss. Lowering share size. Does it want to hold 30 here? Watching that seller at 30. Okay, watch 35. Seller at 35. Buyer at 30. Watching 34, 35. $118 is the hold down. Seller at 33, can we break? Took off half, watching break of 40. Watching 40 here. Taking out the rest. $33 breaking down. held, watching 35. Cutting it. Kind of chopping around here. But it definitely has a breakout somewhere, either down or up in the next few minutes. If this kind of consolidation keeps going for longer, then we'll just head out. I don't like trading consolidation. There's a dip down to 22. 18 is the halt down though, so a little bit worried buying down there. 16 halt down. Buyer at 22. I'll buy off that. Cutting at 22. So when I'm buying right there, when I'm buying lows there, I'm watching those buyers and seeing if they're holding or not. If they're not holding, I'm out because I do not want to get trapped in a flush into the halt down. Okay. I don't like the volume we got on that red candle. Wish it was a little bit lower. Like 1.5 mil on that last candle. So the thing is, the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart is at 117, but the halt down's at 115. So if we do touch the 9 EMA on the 5-minute, it would be nice for the overall move, but it would have to hold up. It can't halt down. If it halts down, it's bad. So if we do come down to 117, as long as we don't touch 15, we're good. So 14 is the halt down, so we just touched 16. 14 is the halt down. Does it halt down here? So yeah, so it was a bit too close, the halt level to the 9 EMA on the 5. If the halt down was at like 110, I might have bought the 9 EMA bounce. So right now the 5-minute chart doesn't look too good. Let me pull it up for you guys. What I was talking about was this white line right here. See how it's at 115. Halt down was at 114, so a bit too close to each other. You can see it was kind of riding the 9 EMA on the way up. And then as it pulled back on that halt down initially, we bounced off the 9 EMA here for a move up, and then as it was coming back down, we needed to bounce again. Where'd you learn to trade like that? Are you talking about specifically halts? Halts I learned to trade just with time. I came to the markets during 2020, so there was a lot of halting action to practice on between 2020 and now. 2020, 2021, even sometimes a little bit of 2022. Lots of stocks that would halt up and go hundreds of percents. So definitely got a lot of practice trading halts. But in terms of actually learning, it's mostly when you, like, let's say you're paper trading or you're sim trading, you're recording your trading sessions, especially you go into key moments. So like at a halt resumption is a key moment. Going into a halt is a key moment. How are you trading it, and how could you improve based off the level 2 and the time and sales. So if you see that this particular stock tends to, when it halts up, it tends to resume and then give a little dip before going higher. then you can play off that the next time you see a stock that kind of looks like the same setup. I mean, at this point in my career, I've seen probably like over 1,000 halting stocks, so I get the pattern. A lot of it comes down to pattern recognition. When's this resume? It resumes in 2 minutes, I believe. Yeah, it resumes in 2 minutes, showing a 112 resumption, so not too bad of a gap down. Just like the last one. Last one gapped down and then pushed higher. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart. So we also have this gap at 105 down to 101. There's a little range in here, 105 to 101, that hasn't been touched today. It's about 1 minute to resumption. Showing a flat resumption actually, 113, 114. So we'll see how where the halt down is. If the halt down's a ways away, we can maybe get a dip and rip for the move to 20. So watching here, about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It's going to resume at 28 seconds. Because halts resume in 5-minute increments. So it's been 5 minutes, so it's going to be resuming in the next 10 seconds. Watching for a dip and rip. Okay, there's 17. I'd like to see it dip down to 10. And at 16 as it holds up, watching 20. Out at 20. Back in at 20 as it holds up, watching 23. Seller at 22. Watching 18, 20 here. Where's the low in that candle? 13. Watching 22, see if that seller's still there. Watch 23, 24. Okay. 23 is the high of that candle. Watching 23. Break even trade there. We're losing a bit of volume here. So gonna hold 18. Taking small paper cuts here. Trying to get that bounce. Halt up at 33. Halt down at 103. Seller at 20. Buyer at 18. Watch that seller at 23. Out the rest at 21. So we hit 24 on that candle. Buyer at 18, big buyer. Watch 21, 22. Out at 20. Taking the small gain. It's not really giving me that bullish volume indicator. Volume's dying down. Just want to see that big pop from 23 to 30. Just a starter here at 20. Very small size. I'm gonna cut it at 19. The range is getting smaller and smaller. So watch that buyer at 18, see if it holds up. Honestly, I might want that buyer to break if it gives us some liquidity into the stock. Lows here are 13. Set break, there it goes, it breaks 18, watching. Back in at 19, seeing if it wants to get back over 20. Halt down's at 104, so I'm not worried about the halt down right now. So watch 113, that's the previous low since the halt down. And at 14. Watching 17. Sorry, at 16. Taking it off. $10 gain. 5-minute chart looks kind of dead. Break of 13. 03 is the halt down. Taking it off break even. Reason I was buying 4,000 shares, not those lows, is because I was trying to get a 3-4 cent bounce and just take the profit. I was trying to get a bounce from 13 to 17, 18. Just not happening. Watch 18 here. Smaller size since we're late to the move. Yeah, so volume has definitely declined. You can see that right here. So probably until we get a nice volume candle that breaks this yellow line, which is the average volume per candle. until we get something that breaks it and is green. We're probably not going to have a decent move. Yeah, Sir Clive. Well, today was looking like a pretty crappy day too. We were down 600. I was getting ready to call it, and then we had BXRX start to actually move nicely. BXRX, I was down 300 on going into market open. Or I was down, no, I was down like 200 on it, and then I lost an additional 100 in this chop in the open. But yeah, we played the halts nicely. This chop, we haven't really given back any profit, which is good. We've been trading the chop here pretty much break evenly. But yeah, today's day will put us back to green on the week. So Monday and Friday being two pretty nice green days, kind of counteract the 3 bad days I've had in a row. Which is great. I mean, if you can have 2 red days or 3 red days and 2 green days and still be green, there's something working for you. I see RNLX. It's running into that 200 EMA on the daily at $3. RNLX. That's the 200 EMA. Most likely not going to trade this one, just have it up, just in case it does start ripping. 317 is this pivot right here. And 352 is the halt up. Okay. So BXRX, it would need to get back above like 25. But at that point, the halt up is at 130. Maybe I'll set an alert on it instead of just sitting around for it. So RNLX here, if it breaks over 3, we'd have to see it break towards 317 before we're interested. So if it breaks over 3 and holds, maybe we can get in for our move through 310. Yeah, and that's why we don't buy that breakout of 299. We have to wait for it to actually break and hold. The 200 EMA on the daily chart is a pretty strong resistance. So if you were running directly into it, I wouldn't be buying until it broke and held as support. Okay, BXRX. See if it wants to get over 20 here. There's a sell wall at 17, somewhat breaking. Oh, my level 2 lagged there. Buyer stepping in at 14. There's 15, 16. Buyers at 12. It's not holding 12, out at 12. So there goes RNLX, break of 3. See it. There we go, 307. Needs to hold 3 though. Needs to hold 299 and 3. If it can do that, I don't mind taking a trade. But it has to hold. So right there, it didn't hold. Now it's no longer a trade. Yep. See? It needed to hold. Excuse me. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert on BXRX above 120. And if it pings on my phone, I might hop back on. Or even just take a look at it. But I think I'm gonna call it a day. Unless that thing starts going again. So, let's see here. Monday, we have Mondays the market is open for a shorter period. And then on Tuesday next week is 4th of July, and the market will be closed. So next week's a bit of a weird week where the market holiday is in the middle of the week. It's not on a weekend or like on a Monday or Friday. So we're going to be here for Monday, and then we're going to take a break on Tuesday, and we'll be back for Wednesday for the rest of the week. Alright. So ending this week green, barely. It is the first week of sizing that back up to the old size of 1,000 share starters. Not happy with how these last 2-3 days went, but I did study them yesterday, last night. I did write some decent notes on what I think will help. Basically on sub $1 stocks, I want to make sure that I'm not sizing too heavy, no heavier than 8,000 shares until it proves to be a nice, like a nice moving one sub $1 stock. If I'm up like a couple hundred on it already on that smaller size, then I can go to that larger 12,000, 16,000 size. But I can't do that until I've proven that I can make money on it. Because yesterday and the day before, I got really red on sub-dollar stocks actually. What happened was I would take like a $700 loss on a really big size trade before the sub-dollar stock had proven it wanted to hold up. So yeah, then the last 2 days I hit max loss because of those sub-dollar stocks. Sizing way too heavy. So most of the issues I have right now are with share sizing. So another rule that I want to try and get behind is share size should only go up to 4,000 on stocks under $3. And if I'm adding to a position, I have to be willing to take off the profit right away or take it off as a break-even trade. If I'm adding, I'm basically doubling my risk, sometimes tripling my risk. So it has to be in the profit pretty much right away. Another rule or guideline I'm trying to follow is not trading stocks above $5. Right now, I'm just not profitable on them, and I've got rent to make. So if I'm going to be experimenting with $5 stocks, I'm going to limit myself to 200 shares. You saw today I was trading, which one was it? It was ATXG. ATXD we traded today nicely, made 260 bucks on it, on 200 shares. It was halting up, $9, $8 area. So I don't want to completely limit myself to not trading them, but I do want to use smaller size until I'm consistently profitable on them. And another thing I'm implementing is I can only trade pre-market if the volume is good enough. So if it's over like 100,000 shares per candle, so we're getting some nice range on the candles, and then only until a fourth of my max loss. Previously, I had at half my max loss, but I wasn't really respecting that rule. So now if I'm down more than 250 bucks, I'm gonna have to wait until the open and to continue trading. So I think those rules should help me in a positive direction for next week's trading. We're gonna keep the same share size, but if I continue to have red days that are breaking max loss, then I want to size down again. Also, this is the last day of the month, so 1 second here. Let me go ahead and export these trades, see where we stand on the month. I know it's not too big because we did get back 5 grand these last 3 days. So we're not going to be at highs, but we are going to be still a decent month. Let's see here. Okay, this month we made a little over 6 grand. So a little over 6 grand, and our highs on the month were a little bit under 9 grand. But we'll go more into depth about this month in the month in review. So I'll record the month in review either today or tomorrow, and I'll post that this weekend for the month of June. Took a lot of trades this month. A lot of trades. Wow. Alright. Take care, guys. I'll see you either in the month in review this weekend or on Monday. Alright. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.